Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Hello, and today is Wednesday, my goodness. Yes, time really flies. And it's the 7th of January. The last time I checked, it was New Year's Day. So I don't know what happened there. And so, welcome. And today I decided to come back to this piece. So, I checked the last time I worked on this piece with you. It was stream 160 something. And today we're over 200. I had no idea. Yes, so many streams has gone past. I have not worked on this piece. So this one is absolutely beautiful. Okay. And this is from Ciro Marchetti. And this piece is called, let me show you the mock-up, is called the Old Craft Room. Look at that. I love the fact that this piece is actually quite close up. It's a little bit like the kitchen piece, the old kitchen. It's literally just looking at this cupboard, this beautiful cupboard, and with all sorts of things going on, and with the really vintage sewing machine as well. And have a look what is under the sewing machine. It's a little cat, yes. And happily look away. Happily look away. Yes, there's a gorgeous little tabby, with white paws and white socks, and sleeping peacefully under the sewing machine is just a dream craft room for anybody, really. If you do a bit of sewing, I used to do, and yes, this is just such a dream corner of a craft room. And so this piece is actually a mini version of it's from Heaven and Earth, of course. And let me show you my app here so you know where I am right now. So it's a mini, so we're talking about 9 pages, okay? And 9 pages for some of you is it's no biggie, but for me it's still a pretty good size, even though comparing to my recent super size. Okay, this is tiny, okay, pocket size. So I started from the upper left there and slowly working to the bottom right. So this piece is interesting because this piece I started round about the same time, beginning of this year, when I was kind of experimenting with 10 stitches. I was just trying to find new inspirations and new enthusiasm to come back to stitching again. I was in a rut really for a little bit, the end of last year. And this piece came about after I kind of experimenting on different stitching sort of fabric counts, and also 10 stitches. I decided to work on a full cross, but this piece is actually on a 22 count. Unlike my majority of my pieces, they're about 25 upwards, and this one's 22, and I decided to do 2/1 on this piece on 22 count. So it's pretty full. I'll show you my fabric in a bit, but I just want to get through this. I'll show you the numbers here. So 3.9, just under 4, okay? Do not laugh, okay? This piece I worked off and on in the past year, really. So I started maybe sometime February, March, and just picked it up, work on it from time to time. And this is a mini piece, regular colors, so it's 88 colors, just 2 colors under 90, which is maximum number of the regular size, regular colors. And so just under 4%. So this piece is interesting because of the way I'm working on it from the beginning. So I want to start a sprint right in front of you. Yesterday I forgot, and we're professionals here, and so let me start a new sprint here. right in front of you from 0. Okay, so this is a counter with Saga that's going to capture every single stitch I'm going to make during this today's session. Okay, and at the end of the session, just like every single session, I am going to give you my stitch count. Okay, so hold on to your seat. It's going to be gripping. So let me come back to my fabric view here, and I want to say hello to all of you. Welcome everyone. Okay, and so good to hear from you. You know, yesterday we came back, but yes, Susan, remember to start your sprint already. I know. Yes, I do need help from time to time, and yes, we missed 2 days. I think since I started the daily stream, it was the first time we went on for two days without streaming. So I'm kind of trying to get back to my my comfort zone here. So. Welcome everyone, and let's have a look at the chat and see who I've got here to keep me company for this session today. We've got Sarah. Sarah, oh, a beautiful quote from Sarah. Sarah says, it's never too late to become the person you've always wanted to be. Absolutely, never too late. You can start today, at this moment, right now. And beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. And we also have, sorry, I couldn't highlight that one. So we've also got Rajal here as well. Say hello, Sarah, Yogi, and everyone in the chat. Always good to see Rajal here in the chat. And we also have Clara as well. Hello. And Chloe is also here in the chat. Our busy mom as well, our floss tuber. We've got so many floss tubers in the chat, so check out Busy Mom's channel as well. And we have Sola as well. Solar Wins is also here in the chat, and our lovely Susan, my little assistant here. And also, who have we got here? Rachel is also here with me, and Wendy as well, BLT. Betty is also here. And Sarah VM as well. So we have 2 Sarahs, double Sarah tonight. And Nikki as well, my lovely Nikki's also here in the chat. And Angelique is joining us as well. And our lovely Suzanne, always lovely to see Suzanne in the chat as well. And Love Drunk is also here. And who else have we got? Mince 3 and Bree Creativity is joining us. Wonderful to see you. Maddie is also here. Gaylan is also here as well, one of our newer members. And Janine is joining us. Very good, right on time. And Sharo as well. Oh, our new friend, Sharo. Say hello to Sharo from California. New watcher. Well done for finding us and joining us live as well. Amazing. And also another one. Today is going to be that kind of, stream. I think we're going to have a few new friends joining us. And this is, I am not going to attempt to pronounce it, okay? Is it? Oh, Z, French, not French nut. Okay, I decoded that. And says Yogi and friends. And hello to you as well. And Lynn has also joined us here in the chat. Oh, guys, welcome. And this piece, I had a little bit of a journey with this one. So, as I said, this is 22 counts, okay? So, in the beginning of this year, I was experimenting with 10 stitches, ranging from, I'm trying to think, 20 count to 22. And a little bit of 25 as well. And I just wanted to try it out. So I pulled out all my mini charts, which I hadn't done. I bought from the very beginning, maybe 3 years ago, but had not worked on. And I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, the mini size, right? And I experimented with 10 stitches. And as I did that, as I got to 22 counts fabric here, 10 stitches work really well, but then I go, well, I need to try something different. And so I decided to do 2 strands. As you can see, this is double strand. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Double strand and full cross. So 10 stitches on this fabric count, 22, works perfectly. The coverage is pretty nice, but full cross is amazing. It feels like rug, you know, Persian rug. It's very, very full and very, very rich in terms of the color. And this piece is perfect for that. So I've been working with 2 strands full cross, but there's a caveat because the stitches are so full. Cross country is kind of out of the menu because it's going to create problems, which I have tried a little bit. I tried to do color completion, block by block, and it did not work out that well. Some part of it I actually tried to do block by block. Instantly I could feel that when you get to boxed in stitches, which is going to happen when you do color completion, because you do one color at a time in whatever order you do, eventually when you get to the final few colors, you're going to come into a situation that you get a lot of boxed in stitches, and that's when I run into trouble. So I decided that stitching method would be the key to remedy this. I really want the richness of the coverage, so I have been working with pretty much working on it with Gemma's method. But you know what? Of course, recently, if you've been following the channel, you know my favorite method right now, or one of the favorite, is color flow. And I think color flow is going to work really well with this. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but you know, who cares? So, and look at this. This is really, really pretty. And the stitches are really neat. With Gemma's method, generally, you get very good, you know, really tidy stitches anyway. And particularly with 2 strands, you do need that neatness. Otherwise, everything's going to look a little bit messy. Okay, if you have a full cross and then double strands, so you have 4 strands really, essentially, over a single stitch. So I think Gemma's method, or row by row, really, if you like that kind of method, basically not to create sort of floating stitches. That's the key. If you can keep that going, it's quite stitchable, even though stitches are full, but you're working with a lot of open space, at least on 2 sides of the stitches. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. You know, look at my little, is it little a bargee, or is it a parrot? I have no idea what it is. I'm not well versed with wildlife, okay? I'm a city girl. I recognize cats and cows. That's about it, and maybe doggies, but that's about it, okay? You know, I have no idea what kind of bird this is. Maybe the chat can enlighten me. So this is my plan today. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to sort of transition to more color flow kind of method, and be very careful not to create kind of, you know, crowded areas, because color flow, sometimes if you flow with colors, you could create kind of really narrow channels, and that could, you know, basically it creates very similar problems with boxed in stitches. So I'm going to be mindful as I'm stitching, and I'm going to enjoy this feast of colors and the fullness of the stitches. It's a different experience with every single piece, and this is what I'm looking for with this piece today. So what are you looking for today then? Let me know, and let me bring on my work mode here, and let me know what you're working on. Oh, look at this, it's so beautiful. I just have a look at what it looks like on the screen there. It's gorgeous, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to just pick you know, stitches along this now pretty wide sort of, you know, distance, and just pick and choose, because some areas, like the cushion area, is very comforty, very comforty. So I'm going to dip in and out, and occasionally come out to a more friendly area here, and you know, one stitch at a time, one stitch at a time. Yes, Let's have a look. Guy Lane says, I'm working on my Hey Sao, Wise and Brave, 2.8% done. Amazing. And this is only the beginning of the year. So Hey Sao technically only started a couple of days before New Year, right? They do give you the chart a little bit earlier. But yes, amazing progress. And let's have a look. And Sarah, I think Sarah is having a little, I just saw something really funny from Sarah here. I think Sarah, yes, Sarah just had an I don't want to stitch you moment with her Hey Sao this morning. I mean, you guys, you can take it slow. I know it's a very exciting start of the year with the Sao, but you know, you want to pace yourself. You don't want to, you know, overdo it and then get fed up with it, you know, and you kind of don't want to work on it. And, you know, by December, you kind of panic and go, hey, there's a lot of homework to do. So pace yourself, pace yourself. And there are a lot of, you know, whips you probably have. You can switch around. So let's have a look. I am going to look at my chart here. So if you're not familiar with color flow, you're about to witness the greatness of it, the full impact. Okay, so let me just pick one color here to start. This one looks promising. Right. So this piece is slightly infamous because in the past, due to the method of my choice and the fullness of the stitches, I had some record-breaking stitch numbers here, and I think Susan can probably Susan is probably keeping a track of my numbers there, so she can have a good laugh from time to time, you know, why not? And but I'm patient, you know. It's I really really like the coverage here, because for a little while, very briefly, I even thought about maybe, you know, I need to do something about it. Maybe changing, not so much changing the number of strands, but I was, you know, not too sure what how to move forward with this piece for a little bit. But then I realized that the result is so beautiful, and this is worth, you know, moving forward. And now I'm loving it. So I'm basically working along the edges, and I'm free to move wherever I want, but I'm not allowed to float away from the edges. And that's it. That's kind of a ground rule for color flow. And I'm in park as well, so I'm gonna find somewhere that's kind of reasonable to park. And with this one, I think I'm going to park down here. So as I'm working with color flow for a little bit now, for a few weeks now, I find not just the fact, the ground rules I describe, it's about parking as well, is to decide where to park and whether you want to park at all. Because as you build up stitches, you could end up with quite a lot of part threads, and some of them probably a duplicate of the same color in different locations. So if the next stitch is kind of further than a block away, now I actually do not park anymore. Whereas in the beginning, I sometimes park 2 blocks away because I thought, well, you know, I want my part thread to be there for me when I get there. But I ended up with a lot of part threads. That's a little bit overwhelming. So let me see. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. So Sarah is working on black on black. Yes, that's another very unique piece. Sarah's working on, yes, as it says on the label, black on black. Yes. And Maddie says just hit 9% of the deer with the cabin. The pattern itself is called deer. Fair enough. Yes. The name is a deer. Well, that reminds me of Sarah's, one of the Sarah's pieces as well. Is it the monarch piece as well? It's a big deer. Or is it a deer? Okay. So this one, very interesting. Okay. So I'm just pick and choose wherever I want along the edges. And if you remember, I actually did a test stitching, doing 2/1 for 25 count as well, with both CXC and DMC as well. And they actually work okay for DMC as well. Sorry, not DMC, for 25 count as well. But of course, you have to work in a very specific way. Otherwise, it's going to be challenging. So it's kind of a choice you have to make before you even start. With 1/1, you can switch methods as many times as you want. But with this way of working, with this spec, with 2/1, you do need to, make a conscious decision. So for instance here, the next parking, the appropriate parking space location is too far away. I'm going to just end it rather than trying to park it, because I'm going to create a lot of bulk underneath if I take 2 strands too far away all the time, and you can imagine what's happening underneath. And I don't want that. So I want to keep the fabric as light as I can within reason. And let's have a look. Lean, I've said hello to Lean. And Ring is here as well. So it's broad daylight where Ring is. She says, afternoon, everyone. Clara says, are you using CXC Yogi on 22 counts? Yes, this is CXC, so it's extra 4. I don't like stitching 2 strands with DMC. I just find the stitches somehow, they get messy. And also, the 2 strands just don't line together very neatly. With CXC, it's a lot easier. And also DMC sometimes, they come across a little bit shiny. With 25 counts, I don't find that, but with 2 strands, larger stitches, I find DMC a little bit shiny. And with this piece, I don't want that. So CXC is just perfect. It's really nice to stitch. All right, let me pick this one. All right, oh, very nice. Just wrap around the edge there. I love it. Oh, Clara says it's a bargee. It's a bargee Yogi. Yes, I have no idea. It's a bird, it's green, that's it. That's all I know. Parakeet as well. Oh, a lot of wildlife bird experts in the chat here. And Sarah VM says, I'm working on Traveling Library. Yes, beautiful piece. Susan says, I've been working on traveling library. I found a bumblebee and confetti. The confetti, yes, they go hand in hand. And now working on Christmas Village. And Joyce is also here as well. Good to see you, Joyce. Right. So you see what's going on here, if you can look at my chart here. So basically color flow allows me to just flow around the edge. As long as my stitches are attached to the edge, I can do it. So I am doing the question mark symbol here. It's just a very good example. It's totally stitchable. Rochelle, hello, it's been a little while. Rochelle says, I finally made it. Oh my gosh, it's been way too busy season. I miss yogi time with all of you. I'm working on deconstructing the Christmas tree and drinking cold coffees. That's not the title of your piece, is it? You're literally deconstructing your Christmas tree. Yes. Wow, and drinking cold coffee, lovely. I've got a cup of hot coffee. So good to see you, Rochelle. It's just been a little while. And sister of the traveling pants. Oh, what a name. Says, good morning all. I'm working on fireflies and grandparents by hate, and I'm 99.76%, about 800 stitches to go. Which one? Fireflies or grandparents by hate? Not fireflies. Fireflies and grandparents. Is that one piece or two pieces? Is that the title of the piece? That's very close to completion. 800 stitches. Well, if you're one of the aliens, you can probably finish by the end of the stream. We'll celebrate for you or with you. Oh, that one is a little bit weird. Let's try again. The stitches are so full, they look like little beads. And I'm using 26 size needle. Normally 1/1 I use 28. So Rachel says, it looks like a tapestry, so pretty. I know, it feels like that. It's just so full. So it's, you know, it's worth it. Totally worth it. And I love this method anyway. I just finding excuses to do color flow everywhere. Because previously, when I was doing gemma stitches, which is fine, but in terms of, you know, the method, it was a little bit more, I wouldn't say restricted. There are more rules because you're keeping everything diagonal. But with color flow, you have all the great benefit of gemma's method, but a little bit more flexible, a little bit more freedom. So I love it. Here we go, and I'm getting quicker in terms of finding the next spot, you know, whereas in the beginning, when I did this method. I had to kind of stop and think about it. But the more I do it, more it becomes kind of, you know, more intuitive. So the next one is 3857. 3857. I've got my organizer on the side here. 3857. It's a dark brown. And the great thing about CXC is with 2-strand is I can do loop start. It's always fun. All right, I'm starting here. And I need to remember to do full cross because it's the coverage is so good. Sometimes you do one leg, you just think, oh, that's done. You just want to move forward. All right. What do I? Okay. Let's think about this. I'm gonna do a yogi move because I want to be able to take the thread down here without without crossing over the stitch area, because I'm trying to take my thread from this point, even just a little bit, but it bugs me if it's overlapping the stitch area. So it's my thing, you know. Chloe says, I'm working on traveling library right now. My fabric arrived for my supersized piece today, so I'm tempted to start that instead. So, which pattern are you working on supersize then? How exciting. Yes, when you get the fabric, you just want to start. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Isn't it? Have I got it correctly? Let's have a look. I'm missing something here. So 2 stitches. Okay. And 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just double check. And I'm going to bring my pencil here as well. Just draw this properly. One, two, three. Oh, okay. I see what's happening now. Okay. Look away, look away. I miscalculated 1 stitch. It's quite okay, you know. It's like a warm up, and no one noticed, right? So I anchor a stitch here. Let me double check. Oh, I see. Okay, I know what's happening. Yes, it should be here. That's why. So good now. Jody, hello Jody. Jody say howdy everyone. Hope you had a great holiday, and you as well, Jody. I hope you had a wonderful time. Wonderful to see you. Jersey Go has joined us as well. Jersey Go says, good afternoon, everyone. I'm lucky today. I started my 6 portos. Last night, we've got one more portal stitches. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that piece is popular, isn't it? It's almost like a genre by itself. It's a thing. Portal stitcher. We've got quite a few here. Some very, very brave souls. And Michelle is also here as well. Hello. Oh, work club, Michelle. It's okay. We'll keep it quiet for Michelle. Oh, I think there's a giant helicopter just flying outside. Do you not get really mysterious helicopter sound really late at night in my area? Sometimes, can you hear it? It's so loud. But whenever I go out, sometimes I get curious and I get outside in the patio and look up. I never see a thing. It's so loud and sounds so close. It feels like literally it's above the rooftop. But when I look up, I never see anything. Isn't that scary? Is it some sort of, UAP? Because for something that loud and so close as well, I think it sounds like helicopter. I should be able to see like a giant helicopter. Can you hear that? That sounds like a plane. I don't know what's going on. Is that like a Star Wars going on there or something today, just above my house? It's quite mysterious, and a lot of times I hear the sound really sort of really odd time. Sometimes late at night, and sometimes just before it gets dark. Never really during the daytime, because daytime I should be able to see something. Hey, Chrissy as well. Samantha has joined us. And Chloe says, I got amazing Animal Kingdom. Oh, Chloe, who's that? Travis, our gentleman stitcher. I don't know whether he's got the fabric together yet, but he's planning to stitch on that piece as well. Oh, Chloe's going for super size amazing Animal Kingdom. That's gonna be fun. And talking about mysterious aircraft, do you guys remember beginning of last year, 2025, there were a lot of like strange sightings, like suddenly everywhere in America and maybe other countries as well. And suddenly everything went away, just disappeared. No explanations. What is going on? You know? And Chrissy says, hello everyone. Today I'm feeling so much better. Oh, with a headache. Yes, with a migraine. I'm stitching Love Letters Chocolate Shop Max Colors by Amy Stewart. Oh yes, that's going to cheer you up. Yes, it's wonderful when, you know, everything's working well. No discomfort or anything. Absolutely. How wonderful. So happy for you. I think there's a Star War going on there. There are airplanes everywhere, flying back and forth. Maybe trying to fight aliens, you know. Jody's on chocolate break already. Yeah, you go for it. Go for it. When you need chocolate, you need it, right? You can't wait. Let me see. And Flem's fan as well. Hello. She says, hope everyone had a great holiday. I ordered my fabric for my first ever Haid. Oh my goodness, Flames. Going from 18 count Ada to 25 even weave. Congratulations, Flame fans. It's tremendous. I mean, I remember how special it felt when I first went, you know, had a new project that's on 25 count. It's a milestone, definitely, for any kind of stitchers, because even weave is a different game. It's a different game. So enjoy it. And we are here to support you as well, you know. If you run into troubles, we're here. We have shoulders for you to cry on. No, it's going to be just joy and fun. Jody says, do you live near a hospital? No, there's no hospital nearby. And it's kind of random as well. It's not routine. It's not like every day at a certain time we get this. No, it's just random. Just like today, just all of a sudden. It's a lot of activities. Susan says it's probably the police searching for villains. Well, really that's what they do. But it sounds like there are multiple aircraft going on. Maybe one helicopter, and the other one sounds like airplanes. Well, there's got to be some sort of villain, you know, maybe like Joker or something they're looking for. Cheryl says, I live near a major trauma center and I don't notice the noise of helicopters anymore. Yes, I can understand it if you live near airport or maybe, in your case, sort of hospitals, but I don't. And it's random time. Random time. Ring says, I'm working at seasonally by shelf. Oh, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about Animal Kingdom? Right. And also, you know, if there are a lot of aircraft, when I look up the sky, I should be able to see something, right? Like lights or something, aircraft. Never see a thing. All right then, 3858, the mystery of life. 3858. 3858. Suzanne says, I was hungry, so I ate a bowl of oatmeal, and now I'm so stuffed. Well, that's the desired effect, isn't it? When you're hungry and you eat something, and it should be stuffed. Well, maybe not like stuffed. You should be satisfied. I like oatmeal. Sarah VM says, I'm starting Love Letters chocolate shop on February 14th, 14th of February. Oh my God, that's so romantic. And it's not that far away. It's not that far away. It's only next month. I can't believe it already. Valentine's. I do have one Valentine themed piece I haven't touched for a little while, It's a Kim Jacobs piece. Just pick these stitches bit by bit. Sharon has joined us, says hello everyone, been doing some crochet, and however I'll be starting a new cross stitch in a few days. Start now, Sharon, join us. Oh, so Flem's first 25 count height chart is Candylicious Max Colors. Well, I thought Sarah was working on that one, right? Sarah, the alien captain. That's a very colorful piece. Jody says, Yogi, are you doing color flow on this piece, right? I have a question. What do you do if you have the same color in multiple places? Do you just start a new thread? Yes. And it's very common. I was just talking about this maybe before you arrived. It's quite common to have multiple threads of the same color planted in different area. On your piece. So the idea of color flow is you plant a color, a thread, and allow that thread to flow with the stitches of that, wherever it goes. So that kind of determines where you want to park. But having said that, having done color flow for a little bit, for a few weeks now, there's a balance between planting threads so they flow to different directions versus the sort of amount of threads you allow, part threads you allow on your piece. So you don't want to have so many, it becomes overwhelming. So sometimes if the next stitch is slightly further than maybe 8 to 10 stitches, I actually end my stitches rather than parking. So it's kind of just a way to balance out so I don't end up with, you know, too many part threads. And also, you know, if I don't work on them for a little while, and they might start to fray, and the threads might weaken. So, but you know, but try not to overthink. If you need a new thread, just plant a new thread. You know, nothing bad is going to happen. This one I've done. Yes, Suzanne, I remember because when I started the Valentine's Nook, I remember you were working on it as well. So maybe Valentine's a good time to pick it up again. All right. Let me take a sip of my coffee then. Oh, it's still quite hot. Sarah says, I was working on Candylicious, but just regular ones. And I think I want max color, so I can put it aside for now. Oh, you want a max color? Yes. And right, so Flames fan is working on the max color version. Amazing. I think it's gonna, you know, be worth it for that piece because it's so colorful. Oh, lovely coffee. Lovely, lovely. All right. Maybe I'll move down to the birdie here a little bit. Oh, interesting. All right then. The next one is 150. 150. Lovely. You're welcome, Jody. I think, you know, color flow is the kind of method that if I just explain it to you, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, Jody, if you've been doing color flow as well, you probably appreciate that. You simply have to do it, and it'll start to make sense. Busy Mom says, I'm at work, ready to go home to stitch on Christmas house too. Oh, Busy Mom's working on that, the Christmas piece. So, Busy Mom, are you going to work on that piece all year round? So every day is Christmas for Busy Mom. And safe journey. And say hello when you get home. Oh, this one's a little bit tricky to get a needle through. Okay, and there, a lot of part threads. Ah, busy mom says, I work on all my holiday pieces all year round. So, so Halloween and Christmas and Valentine's. That's an interesting approach. Because I was working on the Valentine piece, not being Valentine, I was working on it a few months ago, back in the summer. Because I just liked the piece. I just wanted to work on it. Okay, I'm going to work on this area a little bit more. Let's have a look. So the next color is 918. 918. Jody says, I have some very big, scary, detailed projects. And I want to try 25 count even weave, maybe color flow, but a little intimidated by it all. Jody, have you been? I suppose you probably haven't checked out the channel for a little bit. I had a New Year's start, which is a supersized Ciro Marchetti piece, Sleep Time, and I'm working on it with color flow, and I love it. It's a supersized max color piece. You can do it on 25 counts. You know, I think for me, as I'm starting new pieces, yes, the patterns are different. They're all exciting and beautiful, but I like to kind of find a sort of new approach to it. So each piece has something special to offer, other than, you know, being absolutely beautiful. Just like to try something different. Janine, hello, welcome back. Right. Where do I part this one then? Good question. I can part down. So color flow is all about strategy to a certain extent. Not so much that you have to overthink or anything, but you look at the symbols and you have a game plan. And what you want to create is, of course, not to create floating stitches, but also to build up stitches that occasionally you can do quite a few at a time. It's part of the fun. It's kind of a, you know, like a prize. Oops. That one. Jody says, that's why I actually joined the channel, was to up my stitching game from kits to bigger, more detailed pieces. My goal is to stitch fine art. Oh, there are quite a few pieces of fine art paintings by Heaven and Earth. There are quite a few. It'd be quite nice. Once it's done, you can just put it on the wall. And I just love color flow. There's something so orderly about it. You know, with Gemma's method, where you keep everything diagonal, there's some good reasons for it. You know, of course, you don't get the lines, and also it keeps the areas open. But sometimes it feels slightly kind of not forced, but sometimes you kind of question, do I need to keep it so diagonal? Why is it necessary? You know, because sometimes you literally have to do one stitch and part on the next stitch just so you can keep everything kind of diagonal. But with color flow, I think for me, in my mind, for my head, it makes a lot more sense because you're flowing with colors, which makes sense. But at the same time, you try to keep the stitches open enough so every single stitch is nice and neat as well. So I think you just got that really good balance of everything. All right, let me pick up this one here. I think the little birdie is pretty much done, almost done. It's got a little bit here. Suzanne says, I was too lazy to start a new floss. So I just moved down on a diagonal and pick up another spot. Yes, I think there are different ways of doing it. And everybody probably has their own sort of strategies, you know, and that's what makes the method really fun to do. It's kind of up to interpretation to a certain extent. All right, I am going to park it over here. Yes, it's really relaxing, isn't it? I agree with you, Suzanne. Because, you know, for if you just look at the way it works, you probably go, well, why, you know, it's going to slow you down probably a lot for some people, particularly if you're just starting. But as you're doing it, because you have to have that sort of mental strategy, planning a little bit, and sometimes when you get away with stitching a whole bunch of stitches at one time, it's so much fun. You feel like, you know, you beat the system. So I've got this one, and I've got this one here. I think it's that one. Sarah says, I'm doing color flow today. Are you, Sarah? With black and black? I think you can just do block stitching with that one. And we all know what color that is. Okay. I think I am going to park it down here. Even though there are quite a few parts threads already, but 1, 2, there. Janine says, I'm doing color flow of sorts on my sour piece. I cheat a little and have floating stitches, but only within 5 stitches of the main work. Not really cross country, not really true color flow. It's a hybrid, mini cross country, sounds like. If you float, just floating slightly away and always come back to kind of fill in as you go forward. Mini cross country, I think. Hey, Lynn Ross. Lynn says, hi Yogi, back from the vet. Oh, baby boy was acting weird with one ear and noticed a lot of earwax. Oh dear, a vet visit. Wonderful. Yes, I hope everything's okay. Got it sorted. Oh, we have 2 Lyns here. There's a Lynn Ross with a vet visit, and we have Lynn Kershaw. Yes, welcome. Right, I am going to do this one. And it is 3857. 3857. The colors are so rich with this piece. It's got very similar feel to the old kitchen as well. I just love these 2 pieces. And maybe they're from the same household. Who knows? The old kitchen and the old craft room. Maybe from the same house. One, two, three. Suzanne says, for a little bit yesterday on the other new piece, I started a fairy. Oh, the colorful one. Suzanne says, I decided to try typewriter method, but I really didn't like having fill in all the stitches. Yes, I know, because having done color flow for a little bit, I just love the fact that once I'm moving forward, everything behind me is filled in. There's no loose stitches, ninja stitches I have to go in. Like yesterday, I was doing the cake, and it's good fun, because basically I could go wherever I want. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, at some point, I have to come back and, find all the stitches that I have not done yet and fill in one by one. But with this method, you get none of that. Everything behind you is fully stitched. So it's yeah, it's just different, a different way of stitching. All right then. 3371. 3371. It's quite dark. 3371. It's brown. Janine says, Yogi, would 2-strand tent look good on 22 count? I tried on the 18 count, it's not full enough. For me, 22 counts, yes, 2/1, but tent. But the 10 stitches I've done, I'm using CXC. So I think it's a little bit fuller with CXC. And with DMC 22, I think it should be okay. So anyone from the chat, maybe you've done DMC 2/1. I've done DMC 2/1 10 on 25. The coverage is identical to 1/1. But 22, yes, but 22 is not really that vastly different from 25, to be honest with you. So so if you have 22 count fabric, maybe you can give it a test. Otherwise, maybe someone in the chat, maybe no. Oh, you know who? River actually does a lot of 2/1. Or is it 1/1? 2/1 tent on 22 counts. Suzanne says, I do 2/1 on 22 counts. With CXC or DMC? Does it make any difference on 22? Because my tent on my 22 pieces, they are, I'm using CXC only. Because 2 strands, I generally just prefer CXC. That's it. Oh, you know what? I'm talking about 10 stitches and I started doing 10 stitches on these two. That is totally crazy. I just totally ignore the second leg. Oh, you see. Because the coverage is quite full. You literally do not notice the difference. That's hilarious. I totally missed that one. Lynn Ross says, there's a website where you search examples of coverage across different thread counts, go through 18 to 28 counts with what different strand look like. Oh, so there are stitch samples. That's very handy. So Suzanne is using something very similar to CXC. And Busy Mom says, I do 1/1 on 22 counts using DMC. I love it. Yes, I think 1/1 on 22 is very doable. It's similar coverage to 2/110, isn't it? Because 22, to be honest, it doesn't stitch that differently comparing to 25. Oh, this one is a little bit stubborn. So can't think of better name. Says I have a question. I'm trying to buy a pattern from Haid. They have what they called a large chart format or regular chart format, but I don't know what either means. I'll be using Pattern Keeper. Ah, I think quite a lot of you probably know the answer there. I think they are basically for print. I think it's more relevant for print, right, guys? Am I correct? I think it's for people maybe because all the pages, the page definition on the PDF is based on how many, what size area that you can print on an A4 sheet. So larger format is simply you're able to print them bigger. So it's just laid out differently for people who want larger prints, I think. I'll check with the chat to see if I'm correct. Hey, Jackie. Well, welcome. Jackie says, listening while I'm relaxing. A very chaotic Girl Scout meeting for my daughter. Oh, have a rest. They probably need a nap from the sound of it. Jody's is asking, are you doing 25 count even weave? Oh no, this one is 22. This one is 22. So, but I have 2 other projects at least. I'm doing color flow on 25. So let me double check. 1, 2, yes. Suzanne says the large format doesn't matter because you're using Pattern Keeper. Yes, if you're using digital app to mark up, then it's not relevant. Just get the normal one. I think it's more relevant if you want sort of printed version, if you want to print, you know. This one's a purple. Oh, Josie Go says my app is frozen. Is it? Is it frozen? Oh yeah, it is. Again, once again. Thank you for reminding me. I will restart then. Oh, it's not frozen. It's just lagging a little bit. Can you see it? Can you see it changing? I don't know why it's lagging so much. Yes. I was trying to hide it from you, you see. So you can't see my mistakes. I'm just, you know, freestyling now. No, I think it's working now. Hey, Rose. Rose says, hello, hope you're all doing well. Finally made it to live today, but still working for a few more hours. That's okay. You know, work club is most welcome. We keep you company, Rose. Jackie Turner says, Max Color Stitcher and is that floss tuber. Does it 1/1 on 22 count. Looks great. Yes, I think 22 counts gets the same coverage as 2/1 tent. And I think it should work fine for 22 counts. But for tent, I prefer using CXC for 2 strands. Clara says, Yogi, I thought you were doing tent on this piece. I confused myself. Do you still think doing tent using 2 strand on 22 count be too tight? No, I've got quite a few pieces. My chocolate shop. Oh, I'm trying to think. Is that 25? I've got, yes, dry flowers. My dry flower and my the old kitchen, Ciro my kitty piece. Both of them I'm working on 22 counts, 2/1 with CXC. No, it's not too tight. It's just perfect. So really, kind of depending on the thread as well. If you're doing 2/1 and if you have CXC, I would recommend that. Otherwise, I'm sure DMC will be fine as well. 798. Oh, what a beautiful blue. 798. 798. I did try 20 count as well. 20 count, I'm trying to think, is it 2 over 1 or is it 1 over 1? 2 over 1. It felt a little bit thin with 20 counts, but 22 is fine. It's beautiful blue here. Clara says, oh, so 22 count very stiff. The one I bought anyway, I think 22 is classified as, is it hard anger? Suzanne will know. Yes, when you buy it, it's got that Ada feel to it. It's slightly stiff, but this one I've worked with for a little while. It's quite soft. It softens as you work with it, just like Ada. Yeah, I think the larger format is just everything printed out bigger. So the number of stitches probably be comparing to regular size will be less number of stitches per page. I think that's all that is. Jody says, will it be okay to do full cross on 25 counts or shall I do a 10 stitch instead? Oh, it's a choice you make. Quite a lot of people do 1 over 1, 25, and some people like doing 10 because maybe it's a little bit faster or maybe it's a change. So it's kind of a choice. But I have tried both on 25 counts and 1 over 1 versus 2 over 1 10. The coverage, once everything's stitched up, the coverage is literally identical with DMC as well. So it's kind of a preference, really. Depends on what you like. Ring says, I do 1 over 1 full cross on 25 count and I love the coverage, but I tend not to have a lot of tension on my thread. More tension, you have more fabric show through. Oh, well, that's quite true. Yes, because 25 count sometimes when it's stretched on a frame or a hoop, you know, when you do 1 over 1 with DMC, maybe with CXC as well, you do see a little bit of fabric. But to be honest, you know, once you finish everything, give it a wash, I'm sure you won't be able to see the fabric. Oh, this one. There you go. Oh, super full. Jody says 1/1 meaning one thread and one cross stitch. Yes, the first one means the number of strands. So 2/1 will be 2 strands over 1 stitch, and the second number is the number of stitches. So you could do, 2/1, 1/2. So in your case, for 25 counts, you do 1/1 full cross or 2/1 tent. So the coverage is the same. Basically 2 threads on top of each stitch. Ring says, so 1/1 on 14 counts will be same size as 2/2 on 28 counts. I think 14 you would do 2/1, right? So 14 counts, you have 2 strands, you just do 2 threads over 1 stitch. Whereas if you use a 28 count fabric to create the same size stitch, it will be 2/2. So it creates identical size stitches. I know I had to get my head around in the beginning as well. But it started to make sense. There you go. Suzanne says 22 count is also cord. Let me see if I can bring that on so people can see it. Okay, so I put it on the screen. Suzanne says 22 count is also called hardanger. I probably butcher the name, okay? Or Oslo class. Oh, I didn't know that. So I think that's probably the origin. So it's it feels kind of in between. It's got that, because stitches are smaller than, I don't know, 20 or 18. It's kind of veering towards even weave kind of feel to it, but at the same time, it's bulkier. So the fabric is, slightly thicker as well. So it's got that Ada feel to it as well. It's kind of hybrid. And I can see why some people like it. Jody says, so typical dimensions kit, 14 or 16 Ada would be considered 2/1 if I'm understanding correctly. Yes, I think 14 and 16, most likely you'll be doing 2 strands over 1 stitch, 2/1. Yes, you got it. Alandria says, I'm doing 3 over 1/10 on 25 count for a Hey Sao. How is it going then? Is it not too full? That's an interesting choice. 10 with 3 strands on 25 counts. So it'll probably come out slightly fuller than 2 strand. And I'm presuming you're using DMC. CXC is going to be super full, probably too much. Whoops. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a little bit of fluff there. All right. Take a sip of my coffee. Landra thinks the 2 over 1 is not enough, so she went for 3. That's a choice as well. As long as it's not difficult to stitch, then it's fuller, isn't it? Yes, I remember Landra actually posted some pictures on a Facebook group of the 2 over 1 pictures. Is that correct? Yes, it did look slightly thin, but I'm just thinking that, you know, as you fill out the stitches, everything's probably going to be a lot more fully covered. Jody, it is a rabbit hole. We're here. That's where we are. Okay, and let me do this one here. Jody says, I'm terrified. You know, Jody, if you have worked on maybe 22 counts before, then 25 should be just fine. I think it's about jumping from maybe, you know, 14, 16, directly 25 to 25, then that could be a shocker. I did that, and yeah, it was a shock. It didn't work out very well, but so I kind of slowly trained myself to stitch from 20 counts to 22, and by the time I was comfortable stitching 22 counts, 25 didn't seem like, you know, too far away. Oh, Rose, that's a very interesting question. Cosmo. Rose says, does anyone stitch with Cosmo threads? Is that Japanese thread? Because I vividly remember watching a Japanese floss tuber, not Komari. Komari uses DMC. There was another person, and she's got a whole bunch of Cosmo. And I had to Google and realize that it's actually a Japanese brand. I've never seen it over here. Hey, Travis. Good to see you. Yes, Ring is absolutely correct. Do not be afraid. We're all here for support, troubleshoot, you know. Oh, Susan's hitting the hot chocolate. Yes, in another 10 minutes, we're going to have chocolate break. All right. I am going to park here. One five five. 155. Just one stitch. Oh, maybe two. Let's have a look. Yes, Jody, I'm with you. Because sometimes, you know, I feel like maybe even if I want to try new things, I want to stitch on a piece that I want to keep going, right? Not just for practice. Here we go. In this case, I think, do I want to park? No, I don't want to park. I'm gonna just end the thread here. One five five. Travis says Marek slept on his own room last night for the first time. He didn't settle down till 10 p.m. I'm presuming, and but he slept through the night till 7:30 this morning. Oh, so is that a milestone for them to sleep in a separate room. You can tell I have no kids. And, right. Oh, amazing. Yes, round of applause for Marek. Yes, milestone is going to be soon, Travis. You guys can do jigsaw puzzles and cross stitching together. Yes. I think, if the newborn can start to sleep on their own, and it's maybe slightly easier for the parents, I'm guessing. It's never easy, I know. Rose says, I bought a Cosmo floss pack for a sale once and stitched on the 25 2/1. Love the coverage, but it's just hard to find where I live. Yes, I've never seen it sold anywhere. And I think even if it's, someone from eBay selling it, they probably charge you a fortune. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But a lot of majority of the Japanese floss tubers, they are using DMC, so I don't know what the deal is. Susan says, Alex slept in my bed until he was 11. Every child is different, isn't it? Do you think Sarah, do you think Marek is a year old? I don't think he is. I think it's about 6 months, isn't it? Travis? Barely 6 months, maybe 5 months? 4 or 5 months? Susan says Stuart in Stitches. Oh, is that channel name? Uses Cosmo sometimes. Yes. I suppose they're probably very hard to find unless you're maybe in Japan. But it sounds interesting, isn't it? Sarah says he's almost 10 months. I don't think he is. Travis, can you confirm? I don't think Marek is 10 months yet. Because the channel has only been around for about 6, 7 months now. And Marek wasn't born till about a few months into it. So I'm thinking 4 months. Sarah's on alien year, so I don't know. Maybe it's been 10 months on Sarah's dimension, you know. One, two. Sarah, you and me, we're both wrong. Travis says he's turned 3 months on December 22. Yes. I remember last time I checked, it was like 2 months or something. Jackie says Marek was born right after I started watching, and I think it was in September. Yes, that sounds about right. It was few months into our daily streaming, and we only started in June. Sarah is racing forward. Yes. It's growing so fast, though. I don't even know what I'm stitching, but it looks really pretty. There's 2 blue strips. I don't know what they are. And Travis, have you got the pattern, the hay pattern, the Amazing Kingdom? And have you decided how you're going to work on it? It'll be quite fun for Marek. He'll be able to learn all the animals and the older one as well, the older boy. Be able to identify each animal as you stitch them. Sarah VM says blue strips is a ribbon. Oh, there you go. Because sometimes when you look at stitches so close up, you kind of lose sight of what you're stitching, which is quite fun sometimes because you zoom out and go, oh, so that's what it was. It's quite rare that I get to stitch the same color, like this number of stitches anyway, because this area can be quite confetti. So it's quite a surprise. Here you go. Ah, so Travis, you're looking for Ada. What stitch count are you looking for? Because you probably need a very large fabric if you're doing something like 14 counts. And are you doing super size or regular size? Because we have a stitcher starting on a super size version. Yeah, Travis, you can top up your floss gradually. You don't have to buy a whole lot because it's going to take, you know, a little while. There's no need to get everything. Let's have a little bit of a chocolate break, shall we? Yes, and today I have my finally have my proper chocolate. Okay. Let me have a look. Oh, look at the threads, are so beautiful. Look at this. Let me just zoom out enough that you can see the stitches here. It's really pretty. And today I have this. Dun dun dun! Finally, Montezuma is back in my life. Yes, instead of the buttons, I decided to go for the good old-fashioned chocolate blocks. Chocolate time. Yes, go for a chocolate break. And bring your snacks, all the snackies. Yes, go for it. So it's a brand new block. I missed this one actually. I've been eating the buttons for a little while. It's the same brand, the same make. All right then, chocolate time. Hey Sue, Sue, how? Says good morning. Good morning to you. You're right on time here for chocolate time. Here we go. And let me zoom out a little bit actually. All the hair. See, this is slightly, yes, I'm not too happy about the fact that they, instead of, they used to have, I think, tinfoil, and now it's all paper wrapper. I don't like it. I like the tin foil. It just feels like proper chocolate. This is, yes, don't know why they do this. Here we go. Oh, I can smell it. Good chocolate smell. Here we go. Opening from here. Oh, it's already broken. It's already snapped into two. That's not good. Here we go. So, time for chocolate, guys. And I can't send you any, okay? You have to bring your own chocolate. It's that kind of stream, okay? No free chocolate from Yogi. Cheers. Oh, I miss these ones. Lovely. Josie Go says, I posted a pic on the group a couple of days ago of a goal completed. I finished all the 310 on a pattern first. It's called Intricate Rainbow Celtic Knot. How nice. All 310. So you and Nikki, you're probably going to get along really well. Color completion of 310. Oh, so good. This chocolate. Highly recommend it if you're in the UK. Really, really good. Yum. Sue says, coffee time for me. Another hot day, a hot one today in Australia. 9:30 a.m. and 30 Celsius already. Oh dear, it's just the beginning, isn't it? Dear, oh dear, 40, over 40 Celsius is too much. 30 over here is like really, really hot. Chloe says, I'm going to attempt to do my Animal Kingdom supersize max color on 32 counts. Chloe, are you sure? Because with 32 counts, you pretty much have to do 10 stitches. And I'm not fully convinced about the coverage of the 1/110 on 32, because I'm doing my Christmas house with that. Wow, that's brave. That's supersized. Have you tested it? And see if you like it. Let me show you this, guys. Oh, Travis, we love it. We love it. Look at this, guys. Travis says, I don't know if I'm spelling it right, but it's scan one bundle of thread. I love the way you spell it. I love it. Yes. Yes, it's 8 meters of of thread. I love the spelling. Oh, so lovely. Yes, we gradually corrupting Travis. When Travis joined us, he had no idea about parking methods or color flow or anything like that. And now Travis is talking about scans. It's a weird word, isn't it? But it's spelled slightly differently, but it doesn't matter. See you later, Jody. So good to see you. And catch you later. Yes, ring has got the spelling there. I love it. Yes, Travis, this is how it's spelled. It's a kind of weird word. Oh, is that one, the Celtic knot? Is that, I thought you've completed it. No? Or you just 310? Maybe I read it wrong. It's completed, isn't it? Yes, I remember seeing that one. It's really pretty, but I thought that piece was finished. But from the sound of it, Jersey Girl says, Jersey Girl is Linda, isn't it? Because Linda said, from the look of it, it's just 310 is completed. Is there more on that piece? I wonder. But it's really beautiful as it is. I saw it. Lovely chocolate. Travis says some of the colors ask for 10 scans. Will it be better to get a little cone instead? It really depends on your how you're going to top up your floss. I mean, I'm one of those people that I buy a little bit at a time, because I'm doing 1/1 and a single scan can last for a long time, unless something like 310, right? Or some browns, brown colors, they tend to get used up more as well. But otherwise, I buy a little bit at a time. Janine says, I have trouble seeing 28 counts, so don't think I'll do 32. Yes, and well, I think the problem for me with 32 is the fact that I'm pretty much cornered to do, with 10, I like it to be a choice rather than something that I have to do because, full cross is just too full. Hey, Apony, hello, hello. Ring says the smallest cone is equivalent of 50 scans. Oh, Travis, you probably don't need that many. That was nice. That's really pretty. And now one single stitch of 3862. Oh, let me have another piece of the chocolate. Kind of melt in your mouth. Ah, Jersey girl, Linda. So it's not completed yet, but it looks completed. Maybe you can just stop there. So there's more. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was completion. Oh, I'm looking forward to see the update. Abini says, I agree, Yogi. I'm not convinced with the coverage on 32 tent either. Yeah, I don't know. Because when I look at Nikki's 32 count pieces, they're so beautiful. But mine just looks a little bit sparse. But, full cross is definitely a no-go. I tried it. It wasn't fun. 3862. No spooky bingo today just yet. I'm feeling all alone. Just one stitch. Close his arms. I think I'll be blind by the end of it. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoops. Single stitch. 3862. Suzanne says, heaven and earth, the scan calculation is about double what you need. Oh, really? So yes, on their chart, they do have some indication on how much you need. Right. Joyce is saying the same thing. So the calculation on height is pretty much double the amount for 2/1. Yes. All right, next one, 4, 3, 4. It's 4, 3, 4. 4, 3, 4. Abony says regarding tent on 32 counts, I think. Abony says, I think if his piece is mostly medium tones, then it works. What is medium tones then? But dark colors, it shows so much. Yes, I do find that because on my Christmas piece, the lighter stitches, when they're stitched up, they look fine. But the dark ones, you know, not just 310, even like brown ones and burgundy ones, you can see, not only you can see the fabric, you can see the stitches, the shape of the stitches. And I'm just not sure about that. It just looks weird. Whoops. Oh, Busy Mom is home. Welcome home. Busy Mom is so disciplined. She's just got home and got on the treadmill. If it was me, I'd just hop on my desk and start stitching. Yes, enjoy it. See you later, Sarah. Sola says, what is a spooky bingo? Spooky bingo is when I call out the thread I'm about to stitch and you happen to be stitching the same color as well. And then you can call, you know, call out spooky bingo and that's it. And if you know, you can flash the emoji as well. We have the spooky bingo emoji. Here you go. Just one stitch, I think. Here you go. Something's happening here. All right, I'm going to focus on this corner here. Here we go. The next color is going to be 3371. Oops. 3371. It's a brown. Rich Morton says it's the fabric too, because dark fabrics look fine on a dark fabric. And I think she means on higher contrast of the fabric. So white stitches on black or black on white fabric. Yes, I can imagine that. So the fabric I was stitching on my Christmas piece is slightly green. So it's kind of, it's not light, it's not dark. But the dark colors are showing through. Definitely, you can see the fabric. And also you can see the shape of stitches. I don't like it. Yes, maybe it's the fabric as well, because Nikki's, you know, Nikki's fabric, Nikki's whips, they look fine. Maybe they're zoomed out as well, slightly, so it's harder to see. I would like to be able to try 32 again, but you know, maybe a different type of thread that's got fuller coverage. I don't know. Something has to happen. Hi, Jess. Jess says, hello today, Yogi from New York, NC. Is it New York City? Yes. Jess says, I see you are stitching in a different style. Is it called parking? Yes, it's parking. And also it's a method called color flow. So I'm parking big time today. Double strand as well. Suzanne says, I had a lot of 3371 on Unicorn Valley. Suzanne, are you missing the piece already? Maybe you can rework on it, you know, restart it again. I'm sure you would like to. That was Suzanne's sour piece for last year. She just finished. Yes. I wonder if anybody has ever start a piece, finish it, and then love it so much, and decide to stitch it again. Anybody? Anybody at all in this universe? I'd like to know. You know, it's like Nikki is stitching a world map, and you know, in 100 years time when she's finished, and she goes, oh, I just enjoyed that piece so much, let me do the world map all over again. Another 100 years. Yes, Travis, I think that's a much better strategy because, it takes a little while to use up a scan, and you won't know when you get to maybe quarter of the scan, you can top it up. So you can do it slowly rather than, having to buy a lot of floss at one time. Just top it up. Oh, hello, Betty. Betty Hankins is here. Yes, I can see you. You're not a ghost. Yogi can see you. One, two, three. Let me do one more. Ah, Rachel Morton says Yogi, NC is North Carolina and Y is New York. Yes, of course. NYC is New York City. Oh, thank you so much. North Carolina. Hello. Is it Shelia? Shelia says, I only use CXE on 32 counts, 1/110. And are you happy with the coverage, I wonder? Shelia. North Carolina. Oh, it's a big fat no for solar wind. All right, I get it. I get it. All right. Well, this bit is actually a little bit of a surprise because there are a lot of kind of cluster of the same color of stitches together. It hasn't happened that frequently with this pattern. It's quite refreshing. What's happening here? Oh, Betty says Dizzy Stitcher in Australia is working on a tiger pattern for the second time. Really? But why? Any reason? Or maybe working on the same pattern but different fabric or something like that. Maybe if you love a pattern so much. And is it quite a large piece, I wonder? You know. So she is happy with the 32 count coverage, 1/1. That's interesting. I am going to take it over here and do one stitch. I don't think I'm doing too bad today. Look at this. Susan, can you see? I'm definitely stitching more than 60 stitches, okay? There you go. Right. I've got one more here. Oh, wow, Betty. So it's a full coverage. So she did the pattern once, and then someone gifted her a kit. Well, I suppose, no idea. But I think you have to love a pattern so much to do a, particularly full coverage to want to do it again. So there are crazy people out there. Just when I thought no one will ever do that. Okay, 2 stitches here. Susan says one person in the Paris schooler group as has stitched the piece I'm stitching Christmas Village 5 times. I think stitched for various relatives. Christmas Village. I'm trying to recall which one that is. Well, clearly it's a Christmas Village, but 5 times as gifts. That is hardcore. I mean, small pieces I can imagine, like Susan actually did, really small samplers for Christmas cards. For full coverage, it's a little bit hardcore. And can't think of a better name since it says, what's everyone's favorite place to get DMC and fabric? Oh, that's probably everybody's got their own. It's a secret vendor. Okay, this one I am going to actually end it. It takes courage, but I'm going to end the thread. Um, 797. The Starless Stitcher says, I stitched two of the same small sampler-esque pieces as gifts. I was so bored to tears doing the same thing twice. Learn I do not like doing that. Never again. I think, you know, I probably don't need to try. I just know I just wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe something really small, but still, you know, I'll be kind of wondering, why am I repeating myself? Yes, even for gifts, I'll probably just stitch different pieces for different people. I wouldn't, you know, I don't really want to do the same thing over and over again. Doesn't matter how pretty they are, you know. Yes, Susan, posted on the on Facebook group, so we can all see that. And for those of you, if you just found the channel, we do have a Facebook group that you can join, so you get to see everybody's work. It's good fun. All right then, I'm not doing too bad at all. Let me move over here, do some burgundy stitches. I quite like that. Maybe extend this line a little bit and see what's going on down there. I mean, this area generally has been a bit more confetti friendly. It's not too bad. This part, the cushions, oh, brutal. The cushions are brutal. Oh, everybody's got their own vendors. Hey, Lona. Lona just woke up. Hello, Lona. Wakey, wakey. Yes, now Lona's got power nap, okay? You can't stop her now. She's gonna stitch like a fiend. All right, 3857. Yes, power naps are necessary for power stitching. 3857. Yeah, same here, Starlet. I like to do even my favorite things once, and then I change it up, you know. Lona, Lona says, been searching for my lost needle. Are you like Sarah? You only have one needle. Yes, if you lost a needle, particularly, you know, around bedding and stuff, just make sure you find it. You don't want accidents. And Lona says, well, I knew it. I knew it. She now she's got a power nap. She's just on fire now. Lona says, I've already put stitches on 8 different webs since midnight. Some twice. Oh dear, that sounds like a threat. Some twice. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Now Lona has stitched so much. Fell asleep and lost her needle. Oh my goodness. And I am going to end this thread here. Just one stitch. Three, 8, 5, 7. So I say 6,000 black stitches done. 6,000 on black on black. My goodness, you've just started. 6,000. Well done, Sarah. Yes, all alien stitches. Right, 779. 8,000 is probably the number of stitches I do for the entire year. 779. I love Alona. So full on. Lona says, I've got wheels created to help my whips, and with DMC I'm gonna stitch for my hates. I think it's the spelling. That's so funny. And setting up DMC master set and CXC master set too as I go. Oh, Lona is on fire. I'm so scared. I don't know. I don't think I ever stitch more than maybe 2 webs a day. I don't think I ever cycle through 3. That just sounds, yes, sounds scary. I have kind of switch between 2 pieces, kind of just as a reset, you know, but never more than that, I don't think. I got that. I got that, Lona. Don't worry. Travis says, I did a rough calculation. I can do about 12,000 stitches in my hoop before I get to the edge. 12,000. How large is your hoop? The size of a hula hoop. Wow. And Travis is doing 14 counts as well. Susan says Lona may be on fire, but she's lost her needle. I know. Lona, I certainly hope you have more than one, okay? Not like Sarah, she only top up one per decade. And I don't know what happened to the last one. You know, Sarah's got a new needle. I don't know what happened to the previous one. One, two, three, four. Here. So Lona's got a system, huh? Oh, Lona's got a couple of hundreds of needles. Lona, well, yes, but make sure you find those lost, you know, the ones you lost under the seat and stuff like that. So you don't get, you know, no accidents, please. I'm just extending this line, vertical line, a little bit more. Janine cycling through the circus piece and sow as well. The sow is starting to sound like homework. People just do it, and but hoping, you know, to work on something else. And also now you don't have to work on that page, you know, single page, in order to get the Amy Stewart chart. You've already got it. So, you know, you kind of have to love the pattern itself to want to stitch it. Or maybe you just want all the charts. Whoops. One, two. Oh, that's good, Lona. Finding the needles. So you lost one. Lona lost one needle, but she found two. How does that work? That sounds great. Because if you keep, you know, losing your needles, you just find more needles. If that's how it works, it's like some sort of different dimension that you open there, like a wormhole. Travis, stop crying on, you know, having tears on top of your canvas. Oh, hilarious. Travis says, I was watching TV show I used to watch when I was in high school today while I was stitching. There was a part that was a little emotional and I almost shed tears on my canvas. Do not do that. Because Travis is stitching on STEM kids. If you cry on top of it, literally, you're going to cry some more because you're going to lose all the symbols. There are going to be more reasons to cry. Ah, so Lona is so disciplined. Lona says, Yogi, I want to stitch Amy Stewart's new pattern. Oh, you mean the bonus one? Yes. However, I'm making myself stitch a page before I let myself start it. Yes, but it's not a job, Lona. If you want to start Amy Stewart's piece, just go for it. You can do them simultaneously. You know, you've done it before. Just doing stitch all the pieces at the same time. You can do it. You've got the technology. And 200 needles as well. You know, you don't have to wait. Three, 371. And I'm really intrigued by Stitcher's kind of a self-imposed either deadlines or stitch counts. And I just have none of that. I just want to stitch whatever I want. And, you know, everybody's so different. Oh, Janine, you still can't download it. Which one? You mean the bonus one? So, Janine, you actually don't want to stitch it. Do you not like it? Yes, I've seen some stitches. They go for a supersize version of that chart. Oh, Guy Lane says, I'm happy. I have received my threads for my Peaceful Vibes of Amy Stewart. A new start soon. Which piece is that? That's the name of the piece? Amy Stewart. Peaceful Vibes. I'm not familiar with that one. Congratulations. Yes. A new start soon. Like now. A new start now. There. Oh, Travis is watching high school drama, hey? Ginny says, yes, the bonus one. I don't like the floor or the plain wall. It's not making me go, wow. Yeah, Ginny, I'm a little bit worried about the wall and the floor as well. Because they look, I don't know. Because it's hard to explain, but I'm with you, Ginny. Yes, that's how I felt about the piece as well. Because the room is pretty, but it doesn't look lived in, if you know what I mean. Like traveling library, it looks like someone is actually living in that space. But the Amy Stewart piece, the bonus chart, it just feels a little, almost like a showroom, if you know what I mean. But that's me. I know a lot of you love it, so. Lona says, Yogi, I have 11 more. in my lineup for this week. Oh dear, Lona. Not including the 8 I've already worked on today. Dun, 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 Lona. I knew it. Nothing's going to stop you now. Kristen is here. Kristen says, Peaceful Vibe is the name of the Hate Sound exclusive. Is it? I thought it was called, I thought it was called some sort of retreat. Stitches retreat. Or maybe it's a different piece. I have no idea. But there is only one Amy Stewart piece for the soul. Ring says, I've got 2 pieces of fabric, but can't decide which pattern I want to start on them. Which pattern? Oh, hang on. So Ring's got 2 spare fabric. We're trying to think of what pattern should go on which fabric. That's interesting. Is that same fabric count, Ring? That's a nice dilemma to have. You've already got the fabric. But I don't think I ever, I've never got fabric before I know which pattern is going to go on it. So I buy fabric based on what I want to stitch. So I never have the same problem. It's that one over here. That one. 436. 436. See you later, Sarah. Enjoy the dinner. Oh, barbecue ribs. Dear, oh dear. Yes. Enjoy. See you tomorrow. Suzanne says, not wild over the exclusive pattern. What about the final 3 final bosses? You know, if you finish an entire piece, you get one of the bonus charts, like exclusive or whatever. So this time, I think you've got 3 to choose from rather than the entire Hey library. Do you like those? I think I vaguely remember someone posted them on our group, and I've seen them. But I can't remember for sure what they look like. Oh, this one is a little bit tricky. Hello. Jeannie says, I love Amy Stewart's busy pieces. That's why I love the shelf charts. The new item in each set of stitches is just popped up. Yes, I love really busy ones as well, just full of stuff. Yes, I like those as well. Susan says, still think the new Amy Stewart piece needs a kitty. I think something, some sort of life in that space. It just doesn't feel very lived in. It's got everything there, but it just doesn't feel like someone's living inside. Go. Oh, so Ring's got a piece of 25 and also 28 count fabric. And you've got 20 patterns. Oh. But surely, when you look at the fabric, well, at least for me, I don't think I've got 20 patterns, waiting for me to stitch. I think I probably have 3 in my folder. Maybe a few more. Yes, maybe 3 or 4 patterns that I've got that I haven't worked on yet. And normally one of them will start talking to me really, really loud and go, me, me, me. And that's the one I'm going for. So maybe you need to have a word with them, Hey, do you want to be stitched? Is this the right time? Oh, which one is that? Peaceful Vibes. So Kristen says it's Amy Stewart's piece, Drawings of Plants. The whole bunch of succulent and orange kitty curled up. Which one is that then? I need to look it up. So Suzanne is not interested in the 3 charts for finishing. So what would be the motivation for stitching on the current piece, other than the fact that maybe you like it? You like the chart yourself. Or maybe you want all the charts from the saw. Three 0 6 4. Three 0. Travis is suggesting maybe an octopus to make it feel lifted. A living space for calamari. I see. Nikki will probably love it. Oh, this is pretty full. Yeah, I think that piece, Amy Stewart piece, just needs a little bit more life in that piece. And an evil crab. It's going to be, it's going to be a really dangerous place to live in. It's got calamari, it's got evil crab, and some kitties. Well, kitties are fine. Well, that's lovely. Wow, everybody's got a lot of charts waiting for them. Lona's got 300. Janine's got 70 Hey charts alone. My goodness. No wonder you don't know which one to go for. Ring says stitching the hay saw just for the saw piece, not care for the reward charts or realistically any of the other saw charts, not worry about the finishing 6 pages. I think that's probably the best. If you love the charts that you have chosen for the saw, not doing it because of Amy Stewart piece or to get any other charts, then you're just enjoying it, the chart as it is. That's probably the best. Let me do this one. Kristen says there was a video posted yesterday by Crafty Gaming Jamie about saws and stitchers losing faith in pattern companies that seems to reflect a lot of people who have said. Is this specifically for hate or just pattern companies, creators in general? Oh dear. This part is a little bit tricky. Travis says the cats will eat calamari and crab. That's true. Cats like seafood. So, so that room is going to be empty very soon. There's going to be just a very happy kitty left, full stomach. Suzanne says she talked about the AI issues. Right. Kristen says she talked about the Hey Sal and Bella, Filipina, Sal in particular. I'm not familiar with that one. But there has been a lot of frustration about price AI and not providing fully finished works. What does that mean? Not fully finished. I think what I'm hoping the AI situation is kind of it's temporary because it's kind of like a new tool for companies, and of course they're probably gonna give it a try because they don't have to pay licensing for artists, then it works out cheaper. But hopefully, if the stitches are put off by that, they're going to stop doing it. So I think it's up to the stitchers to speak with a wallet. And all AI pieces, they all look a certain way anyway. I just cannot, I don't know. Because each, full coverage piece, you spend so much time stitching them. And I just cannot imagine stitching those type of patterns and work on them for years and years, like an AI image that's generated maybe in 3 seconds or maybe minutes. Krishna says the Bella Filipina Sao had empty spaces in the pattern that looked wrong, and a bunch of people complained. Then he released a modified version. The participant had to pay $40 in addition to what? What do you mean empty spaces? You mean like error on the chart? I'm not familiar with the company, so I don't know, but that sounds strange. If it's a glitch or mistake on a chart, you just replace the chart and try to fix it, right? That is very strange. I think it's probably healthier. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's probably healthier to treat those pattern companies. I know a lot of people love Heaven and Earth and everything, but I think, ultimately we're customers. And, Heaven and Earth is not our family. It's a company, they want to make money, and it's wonderful if they do a great job. We pay them money and they create beautiful patterns. So it's a transactional interaction, isn't it? I think maybe, I don't know, because maybe some of you have sort of been buying patterns from them for a long time. Maybe there's some emotional attachments, and if you know about their personal backgrounds, sort of the owner's family situation, etc., you have that emotional investment. But that shouldn't take your critical sort of, the element in you away from sort of, look at them as a company that charge you money for a product, if you know what I mean. So they shouldn't, They shouldn't be able to do things that maybe you're not so happy about, but you're thinking, oh, maybe Michelle is going through a tough time, therefore, we need to be more forgiving. I mean, it's great to have that sort of, that's a nice sentiment, but ultimately, it's a company. They charge you real money for a product they're selling you. So, it's probably a lot healthier just treating them as a company, as that, like a chart provider. They're hopefully are doing a good job, but if they're not, they should be told, and they shouldn't be able to get away with anything. Suzanne says, like the cottage, it was an AI that was similar to Thomas. Oh, really? Is that piece AI? I thought it was a cropped piece of a larger, kind of full-size piece. So it's an AI piece that's similar to an existing artist. Oh, well, that's a bit dodgy. If you come up with an AI piece that people can recognize and go, well, that piece looks like, I don't know, Monet or something, then that's probably not very good. Rachel Morton says, not an error, like negative space, where the fabric was the background. Interesting. So just a patch of, oh, you mean like partially covered, not fully covered. I don't know. But I suppose the stitchers are not happy probably because it didn't look good. So that may be a artistic decision rather than a mistake. Right. Okay. So Kristen is saying the same thing as well. So it's partially covered. Sometimes patterns have that. They kind of just, ease into the fabric. So it's not fully covered, but it has to be designed well. It has to look right. So I'm guessing it's probably not looking right. I didn't realize that was AI. I did think, referring to Suzanne's comment. So that's the cottage one, because the cottage one was actually one of the more popular pieces, because it's just, like a cottage. Everybody likes a cottage. Suzanne says, as soon as I found out it was AI, it made me not want that one because why would I? Trying to read it. Oh, right. So why would I stitch an AI version when I can stitch a real artwork from an artist? Yes, indeed. But did I not make it clear on the pattern that that's the case? Right. Rachel says is referring to the Filipina one. Sorry, I probably butchered the company name. It was a mystery, so the whole thing was not released from the beginning, so we knew that could be potentially you might not like it. Yes, I mean mystery Sao is very it's risky, isn't it? So unless you know a company quite well, you kind of like their style, so you do it. Otherwise, yeah, potentially you could hate it. Yes. Balana says, I will never buy an AI chart. Unfortunately, the top 3 charts selected by the participants are AI. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So I like to think they knowingly pick those because they like the images and do not mind the fact that it's an AI piece. It's very interesting. Well, I suppose if people, a lot of people do not mind it's AI, then, you know, that's probably a choice they make. And yes, I suppose if the companies hate, for instance, they felt that there's a market for it, they probably just keep doing it, unfortunately. Let me maybe go for one more color here. Let's have a look. Let me find a friendly one, not too confetti area here. Why don't I do this one? So Suzanne, you know that cottage piece, when we're looking at all of them together, I don't know whether you remember, I think you were here. I thought they made it quite clear which one was created with AI. So, oh, I see. So people had to pick first, do they? Do they not? Janine says, I think they made AI patterns super colorful and a lot of stitches like that. I mean, ultimately, I don't like the idea of AI because I can spot them. If something is created, with AI, there's a certain feel to it. It just doesn't feel very human. But I can tell them apart, but not everybody can, and maybe not everybody minds that. And as I said, ultimately, we can only speak with our wallet. And if some people are willing to pay for that, that's, it's kind of their right to do it. It's unfortunate, but just like if they're happy stitching it, they're happy. But and to be honest, I like heaven and earth, but I don't feel any loyalty towards them. Why should I? I'm just a customer, and as long as they're creating patterns I like, I stick with them. If they stop doing that, then I go somewhere else. It's really that simple. I don't have any kind of sentiment, emotional attachment or investment in them. All right, I've got this one, and this is going to be my last color, I think. Suzanne says, no, they did a little sneaky peek where they were revealing parts of the pattern each day. For a couple of days. So the first people totally looked like a Thomas Kincaid painting. But then when it was completely revealed, it was AI. It made my decision easier to not do it. But the thing is, if it looks suspiciously like someone, like an artist that you recognize, are they not worried that they're going to get sued? I wonder. That's a slightly dangerous ground. There, oh, in fact, I am going to undo this one and just park it here. I think that's better. Suzanne says the other patterns, they weren't AI, were just really brown, just so down with brown. Do you think there's a conspiracy going on there? They're just making the AI ones looking really attractive, and the normal ones, you know, created by real humans, they just crop out the really dull area to get people to buy AI patterns. Yes, I don't know what they're doing there. I hope, you know, they really look after their own quality of you know, the quality of their products, and also look after their customers as well. Because I find heaven and earth customers are so loyal. They're so loyal. They're referring to Michelle and all these people like the part of their family. So hopefully, you know, the companies are not going to mess up too much. Right, let me zoom out a little bit. Lona says, Yogi, even Dimensions did that with AI Treasure Time. Looks like a courier and Ives. Oh, really? Is that a kind of a recent chart? I haven't checked out their recent creations for quite a while. Yes, who knows? I mean, if they make it really, really clear, that's what they're doing. But I think majority of people, you know, even myself, before I kind of, you know, joined, you know, fell into this rabbit hole, I had no awareness of copyrights. I had no awareness of the artist. I just look at a pattern I like and I go for it. That's it. And I think a lot of people are probably like that. So that's a reality. I think, you know, this group, for instance, and also there's a certain kind of community of stitchers. We're more aware of it because we communicate and stuff like that. We hear about things. Otherwise, if you just kind of, you know, a random stitcher out there somewhere, you just look at the picture, you like it, you buy it. That's it. Solar says, I felt a bit emotional towards Long Dog samplers because Jules was so kind to me. I presume it's the artist, probably. I'm not familiar with Long Dogs. She was so open with me on her design software. Well, I suppose if you have a personal connection, if you actually know them, of course, you're going to have certain emotional attachments. I'm talking about, you know, kind of random customers like me. I'm just looking for the products I want and reasonable price, and that's it. So Lona says the 2013 pattern. How can 2013 pattern be created by with AI? 2013 is like 13 years ago. Right, so guys, let me give you a summary here, okay? And I want to give you my stitch count as well. I think I'm not doing too bad today with this piece. It has been ups and downs in the past. So this piece is called the Old Craft Rim, okay, by Ciro Marchetti. And if you haven't seen the markup, let me show you the markup. It's gorgeous. And I started from upper left where the cushions are and the burgundy wall there, and gradually moving down, very gradually, okay. And but I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy with the end result so far. and just a little bit by a little bit, and discovering each object and, you know, on the pattern there. So I'm very happy with that. And here, guys, okay, here comes the big reveal. And I did start a counter, so I can give you the stitch count properly this time. All right. Oh, Lona didn't say it was AI pattern. I thought that's what you said. Oh, right. Okay, sorry, I misread it. Lona, you're quite right. You did not say there was AI. You just said the piece looks like someone else's work. Fair enough. But they didn't get sued, so they still have the pattern. This is still selling the pattern. Right, so this is where I am, and of the entire piece, this is a mini, okay, so this is not massive, and so proportionally it looks like I've done more. No, this is a mini piece, and I started from upper left. So guys, are you ready for the big reveal of the stitch count for this piece? I'm ready. I have no idea how many I've done. I think I'm doing slightly better than previous times. Okay, so let's have a go. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Yeah, 123, 1, 2, 3, guys. And this is my stitch count today. Okay, and the reason I'm happy, for some of you, you can probably do you know, this number 1, 2, 3 stitches in 5 minutes, but for me this piece has been challenging. And I have, guys, have a look at this, upper left, I have gone over 4%. Guys, round of applause for Yogi, yay! Not only that I've completed more than 60 stitches, I have gone over 4%. Amazing. I'm happy, you know, and I think I deserve a little bit of, you know, dolly and some crowns, totally, for this piece. All right, so this is the stitch count for me today on this Wednesday evening. This is actually Thursday already. Yes, Suzanne says, hey, not 60. I know. I've finally beat the curse. You know, the 60 stitches curse right here. And I've doubled it, you know, 100, 1, 2, 3 is a great number as well. And yes, amazing, bring me some dolly and 99 as well. It's past midnight, 3 minutes past midnight. And I think I've done well with this piece, and I think this method could work for it. Nice and slowly, and you know, 1 stitch at a time as usual. So guys, I hope you enjoy your project today as well, or whatever you've been doing, and enjoy the time with me, with Yogi. Okay, and tomorrow we're going to be back and stitch another piece, and on Thursday evening UK time. So from the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out, and enjoy the rest of your day. 99, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye.